Hello guys and welcome back to Journey into Pandora. It has been a while since we've done one of these, and I decided, let's go back to Pandora. We've focused a lot on Constructed in the last few months. It'd be nice to make a return, so my journey is back. I'm going to be playing Pandora for the first time in quite a while. Like I said, a lot of focus on Constructed. We had new expansions, balance patches, all sorts of stuff to focus on when it came to the Constructed arena. Whereas Pandora kind of got left behind for me, and I figured, let's try it again. Let's see if I can still draft. Because it's been such a long time since I've drafted. I actually believe the last time I played Pandora was the last episode of Journey into Pandora. So I'm excited to see what the balance changes and the Fall of Everlife cards bring to Pandora now. And I'm just going to go play through a draft like I used to. And yeah, we'll have some fun. So let's get into the draft first and see if I can make a decent deck. Alrighty, this is going to be our color combination. The Forest, Mountain, and Desert. So no blue. It's a little sad. I know, you guys know how much I like blue. So we're going to be playing around with green, red, and yellow. Now, I feel like green and red probably offer the most in terms of power levels right now. Although yellow does have some cool stuff going for it. But I feel that, like, yellow, red, yellow... Well, I have, like, Sacrifice with green, yellow. I have Burn with red, yellow. I have Crackthorn power-ups with green, red. So I have a few options. I feel I want to go green. Get the Wood Elemental nice and early. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So let's just take the Wood Elemental. Ooh, Rubiak. It's actually not a bad card. It's just like a solid 4/5. Just solid stats. So maybe I take Rubiak here. And then I go down green red. Green red was what I was thinking anyway. Yeah, let's go for the Rubiak. Just solid stats there. Got Lost Explorer, Deranged Monkey. Mace Man. Oh man, this is like proper aggro looking start. And we do have Rubiak, which synergizes with the Ancient Beastmaster. Mace Man is just a solid card. Deranged Monkey could be good if I wanted to go aggro. I'm not going to go aggro for this game. I'm probably going to go mid-range. Lost Explorer, again, just a solid card. It's definitely between these three. Beastmaster could be really good and could snowball out of control if I pick up those high-life creatures. If I want to play a little safer on this end of the draft, I think Lost Explorer kind of gives the most utility. It's a decent body for its cost. It has a relevant ability, and it can fit in pretty much anywhere. Mace Man, a bit more aggressive, so I feel like it's between these two. I'm going to take a risk here. I want to take a gamble and go for the Beastmaster, and let's see if we can get some synergy going. Interesting. Not a lot of choice. Very red and yellow geared, so probably just Spirit of Rebirth for this one. Voice of Truth could be interesting. Could definitely help in certain situations. Imperial Drake Rider, I can imagine this card is amazing in Pandora. Outland Range is pretty decent. Herald of War can be good if I pick up more combat creatures. It's definitely between these three. I'm not too concerned about Outland Ranger, so it's between these two. I feel like I can't pass up on a Drake Rider. I think Drake Rider is just super solid, especially in the early game. Let's take it. Okay, this is an easy one. Now, actually, I say that, but we do have Lava Surge as an option. Just a big, meaty 12-3. But we do have Living Willow Beastmaster synergy, which is nice. Good early collector. I think I'll go for the Willow for now. Necromatter. Right now we're quite green, actually. We only need one mountain for the Rubiak. We also have the Grappling Hook. Overgrown Tower is pretty good as well. Probably want the Grappling Hook, to be honest. I think Grappling Hook is very strong. And just giving that kind of unexpected burst. Now we could get another Beastmaster. Sagami Warrior, also an early collector that we could opt for. Soulbound Sagami. Pretty solid as well. It does have a bit of synergy. I feel like I go for another Beastmaster and just hope I pull those high life creatures. Mountains and deserts. Wandering Monk synergizes with a Beastmaster. Swordsman's not too bad. Gaia's Grace could be okay. Barracks could actually be pretty good. No, actually, yeah, let's take the Barracks. I think Barracks could be really solid. It's just a power-up for all our creatures, which is really nice. Okay, now in this situation, I will take the Lava Surge. I don't really see anything else worth taking, so let's take the Lava Surge. Treasure time. Now, I really like a Bloodstone Golem. I'm a big fan of this treasure. Earthfire Shaker's just super solid, it's removal. But we are going for Beastmaster synergy, so I feel like Bloodstone Golem is just synergized better with a deck, and hopefully we'll pick up a bit of removal. So I am going to go for the Bloodstone here. Necromatter again. I don't really want to go up to 4 forests if I can avoid it. Kingsguard, Beastmaster synergy, so I feel like it's probably just going to be Kingsguard here. A lot of low life creatures. The game knows that I want high life creatures for the Beastmaster. Probably Bone Collector. It's a card that can snowball out of control. Recurrent Reveler's not bad as well, but without power-ups, I feel like we just take the Bone Collector. Bone Collector's just too solid to pass up here. Another one of these guys. Lava Surge. Yeah, it's just a win con. I'm quite happy to take it as a win con. Again, like, kind of strange choices, like Sagami Warrior is really solid as an early collector. Brute has Beastmaster synergy. As a 4/7 with Combat Burn, that could be quite solid. Our Faeria count is 4.0 right now, so we do need some early game. I feel... Brute's not exactly the best red creature for this build, so I am going to go for Sagami, just to get that early game in. Another Lava Surge. I don't want any more. I'm good. Punishment could be pretty solid, actually. We don't have any removal, so let's take Punishment. Could find some good targets for it. Faeria Golem. But Rubiak synergizes as well. Recon War Leader. I don't want to go for Farians. It's just too many forests. I've gone red now, so I think I just take Rubiak for the stats again. Another kind of awkward choice here. Maybe I take Fire Elemental. Then again, this is an early collector. So yeah, let's take this as an early collector. Ooh, hello. Eridan. You know, I would definitely... Usually, I would just go, right, Lady of Sorrows. But, thinking back to Beastmaster, if I get Eridan off early, I actually push a lot of my creatures into Beastmaster range. So we get to see Drake Rider get hit by Beastmaster, we see Sagami Warrior get hit by Beastmaster, Wood Elemental. These will be at 4 life, so that doesn't make a difference. I actually feel there's Eridan here. Eridan could be handy. More Beastmasters! You're just teasing me, game. Right, I'm going to have to take it because I've committed to it. Very good pickup. Also a very good pickup if I want it. But let's play for the synergy. Let's go for the Salamander. Urna Gabria, Jin's Lamp, and Bottled Lightning. Don't have much removal right now, so let's go for the Bottled Lightning. Although, Urna Gabria... Let's go for Bottled Lightning. Like I said, no removal right now. Let's look at getting that. Do I go to 4 forests for the Necromatter? Do I take Gaia's Grace as a bit of utility? Let's take Gaia's Grace. Like, I don't want to build 4 forests. I'll build 3 forests because it at least goes up with Grappling Hook and Lava Surge. But 4 forests. I do have a Wood Elemental. Yeah, let's take it. Let's just take the Neko and hope for the best. Axe Grinder, Early Collector, fantastic. Tiki Totem could be pretty good. You know, we could use it as a way to power up the creatures, but we will go for Axe Grinder. It's just an Early Collector. Warlord. Our deck's getting quite greedy. Looking at the Faeria costs. We don't have any... We have our... This is our late game right now. I feel like I take the Warlord. It's greedy, but... Nah, whatever. It's what I want to take. Ogre Battler. Could be pretty good. Seed Sower, not too bad. It's between these two. Let's go for the Battler. Another Warlord. Right, I'm not going to go for another Warlord. We do have one. I do want to bring the Faeria cost in a little bit, so I will go for Lost Explorer. Oh, now you're just throwing all these Warlords at me. Warlords, sorry, Ogre Battlers and Warlords, actually. We saw a Warlord on the previous. I think we take Barbarian. Shamanic Dance could actually be pretty good. Let's take Dance. Let's try the Dance out. Reveler, Early Collector, a Brigand. Good value. What's our Early Collectors looking like? We have Explorer, Longhorned, Bone Collector, Sagami Warrior, Wood Elemental, and Explore. Let's go for the Reveler. No, let's go for the Brigand. We'll go for the Brigand. Honestly, game, you're not really giving me much choice. We'll go for the Warlord again. Just pushing that back up. Oh, Grizzly. That's a really good pickup. Gonna take the Grizzly here. And last card. Derelict Tower. After Paradise. I think it might be the Rotting Boar. Rotting Boar could actually be pretty good. Yeah, let's take the Rotting Boar. Last Treasure. Probably going to be Flame Burst. Ruby. Just as a removal. Dancing Blade is actually pretty cool. Has synergies with the Beast. Actually, just take Dancing Blade. I think Dancing Blade could be quite fun. So an interesting deck. It's not perfect, but I feel like it has some synergies. I could really go off. I'm going to have to play quite defensive, so I might play it quite controlling, actually, at 4.6. And yeah, I feel like we could do well. It's hard for me to judge. I haven't played Pandora in so long. So let's get into a match and see how the deck performs. Alright guys, first match. Pretty interested to see how this goes. It's been so long for me since I played Pandora. Hopefully we can get something going here, but we have a great opener with Sagami Warrior. Now we could go for Lost Explorer as an option, but a bit more durable with that 4 life, but also we want to play the Lost Explorer like closer to my opponent's land, so we'll use this a little later. And the Warlord coming down. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just push up to the 1. We might push up one side. We'll see what my opponent gets up to, actually. My opponent goes down the right. I'm probably going to side switch. Yeah. So we're going to use this as our harvester, and then we're going to defend on the right-hand side. Imperial Drake Rider, a card that I'm not surprised to see being drafted. Ooh, hello. Kind of a shame because I'd like to get this powered up, but I don't feel like I have that luxury at the moment. I need to go for the defender. I need to make sure that I can defend against the Drake Rider. At least put pressure on it to make sure it doesn't collect just willy-nilly. Just doesn't go start collecting. Like if I played one of these here, or even this, like this would start double collecting. Now I'm giving my opponent something to think about. Does this move down and collect? And then get eaten by the Cobbled Warlord, triggering its combat ability, potentially powering up this or the Warlord itself. Now I can get Beastmaster value in the future, that's absolutely fine. Might see another side switch now. Yeah, we're gonna see a side switch. Just going to show that the Drake Rider doesn't really have much going on in terms of contested. It goes to the middle. Okay. Goes to the middle. Huh, okay. What do we want here? I guess we take a forest. Yeah, we'll pass. Now, my opponent shouldn't have any real mobility tricks. Nothing like a movement. No blue, no yellow. So this Drake Rider is going to have to be quite honest with its collection. We might see a power-up come down. Oh, a firebomb. Okay, so just taking the removal. Taking the well to be a bit more aggressive. Now, we don't really have a good follow-up. Oh, there is a desert, so there could be a mobility trick in the future. That's one thing this deck doesn't have. It doesn't have any mobility. It's going to be quite honest. Quite an honest deck. Let's move this back because we want the option to defend. I'm going to play a Beastmaster, but I'm going to play it here. So just out of reach of this Drake Rider. And then I'll go for a bear. Get that power up. So we did get some value. And then I'm going to double neutral up here in hopes to get an aggressive land on this spot to start getting these corrupt abilities going. I have 2 corrupt abilities in hand. I would like to start getting them going. I can take a forest. And then we can maybe get the boar into a good position. Maybe the Lost Explorer can trigger some card draws and stuff. Position is a little off because my Beastmaster's here. But that's fine. Like, I don't mind so much. I guess I could take land and move this up instead this turn. And then just play a little safer. And then just play Lost Explorer on this tile. I mean, that's okay, actually. So let's start moving the Beastmaster into a better place. Then we'll take the Lost Explorer. Could even go for the Spirit of Rebirth as well. So we are kind of just piling the board with a few creatures, but these are creatures that give us something in return. Like this, if this corrupts, is going to draw a card, gain Faeria. If anything dies now, one of these guys can get +1/+1. If the boar gets +1/+1 from the spirit, it actually triggers the Ancient Beastmaster. So like those little synergies starting to come together, which is pretty nice. What's the next step? Hopefully get onto this land. We could see a power up. We're going to see a flame burst on the Spirit of Rebirth, so it doesn't want me to get much going on. Is that a Garadan? It's going to be a Copter. Okay. Nice little sequence in there from my opponent, just making sure that I don't get any value from the Spirit first, and taking care of the corrupted creature. Oh, lots of shards of Pandora off the draw, which means we could have our wells locked out very soon. Moves into double collection. So we got like tri-collection going on now. Ah, what is that? What can be summoned there? Oh, it's gonna be a Skyak. That's what I know them as. Pandora awakens before I can collect off the wells. Saddest times, guys. Miss out on some Faeria. Wells do come back online. It's pretty good for me. We get a trigger on this, and then we can move up. We probably +1 because we are quite behind in terms of Faeria. But now the wells are going to refill on my production. And then we can start dealing a bit of damage. Punishment for 5. Okay. Punishment for 5. Punishment does affect treasures if you're new to the game. Treasures are considered neutral creatures. That's why punishment's pretty good in Pandora, because you can just punish a few cards down. If I didn't have the Beastmaster trigger, that would have been a one-shot. Oh no, it actually got 6. No, it's actually got 6 life. Sorry, I'm thinking about the sword, the flying sword. That's a 0/5. So like a punish can kill that. Everything's gonna shimmy. Sacrifice the Cohen. deal 3 damage. So my treasure demanded a lot of removal. I'm not too sad about that. This double neutral is interesting. He's trying to set up a horse master. Ooh. What a pickup. How do I want to do it? Grizzly, I think, is actually better in this situation. I don't collect off my wells anymore. So I could take grappling hook, set up an aggressive land, ready for the ogre battler next turn. Pew pew. Yeah, we don't need a well spot. We can just take the aggressive land here, and then we can move this up. Boar not gonna get much done, so we'll just pass for now. We'll just wait it out. Looking in a very good position after that grappling hook. I love that card. That grappling hook's just so good. It's such a good card. Jeweled magpie. Oh, okay. So that's why the land was built. Gonna start spawning treasures. I don't really have an answer to magpie, but what I can do is try and kill my opponent before my opponent gets anything going. I guess I might have to battler in the middle, just to set up a defense against this. Longhorned yak. I could just smoke alternatively, but no, I can't let this get too much value. So we will go for a battler in the middle. This is going to create a lot of defense for me. I'll take care of this guy, and then I guess we could just go for a yak. If we move this in and then we yak here, if this gets removed somehow, we do have an option going forward to kill the jeweled magpie with these two. So this is just kind of a precaution to control the magpie. I don't want the magpie snowballing out of control. That's the thing. Now, my question is, what treasure was picked up? This could make a big difference going forward. Magic could use... Rotten Boar has actually got some good avenues to trigger its corrupt. Now all these double neutrals have been made in the middle. I can dash it. I can dash it from like here. I can dash it from here. Here's probably better. Goes for an Ancient Boar. As a defender, going to cover my mountain. Doesn't want me developing anything aggressive next to the orb. Another Ancient Boar. Man, why didn't I pull any of these? Well, the whole Beastmaster synergy. Feels bad. Okay. X grinder pretty good here. I feel like I'd take a draw because if we pick up a treasure, we could be in a good spot. Dancing Blade. And a Beastmaster. Ooh. That's pretty spicy. I kind of want to wait, actually, and then go for the... Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a turn just to be able to Beastmaster again and then play the Dancing Blade, and then it becomes a 2/8. It becomes very difficult to kill, and then it has its end of turn ability when it deals 3 damage to all adjacent enemies. That's pretty good. And if I can take this land, if I can take a land here, I can plop the Dancing Blade to finish this off, but I could also give myself an Axe Grinder land for the future. This card is very powerful, Equinox, but luckily I'm very healthy, so it's not going to cause too much trouble for me. Oh, killed by Beastmaster. Feels bad, guys. That's also a very good card. Be playing in that position. Alright, we are going to take the mountain. It's a shame I can't hit all 3 of these. If I could get it there, it would be in a very good position. Take a Beastmaster. Take it this side. It's a bit more defensive. I should have actually hit first to see where... I don't know, actually, I wouldn't mind damage going on Dancing Blade, so let's play this. And then let's go for 5. And it actually powers up itself. I don't mind playing Boar. To get the trigger off. If we move this forward, I actually cover this land to make sure the Boar can move on it next turn. Another treasure found. So that's going to be our Bottled Lightning. Bottled Lightning could actually be really good here with the Boar. If the Boar kind of moves up or this moves across, I could Bottled Lightning both of these. But then again, my opponent does have the Warlord to think about. The Warlord is a problem, but also the Dancing Blade is a problem because of, you know, it does like basically a mini Firestorm. And it can move around, so I can just jump around the place and cause problems. I'm going to trigger this off next turn. So I have like some really good, plays coming up. Garadan? Tephra? Oh! Poor Dancing Blade. It takes another turn from the Ocarina. Take an extra turn. 10 Faeria though. It's expensive. It gives you an option to like hit face twice or defend a little better. I've used Ocarina in the past to use a setup lethal. You can just hit. Iona's... Oh. That's a lot of Dancing Blades, right? Now can play Dancing Blade here. Yeah. Just gonna finish off my Warlord. This is a problem because it now affects my Lava Surge. Alright, let's trigger the Corrupt first. Let's see what the Corrupt brings us. Oh, a big Warlord. It's actually pretty good. Maybe I just +1 and throw the Warlord down and just force my opponent to deal with that. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to trigger off a good Bottled Lightning somewhere and just get like loads of value out of it. But an 8/10, that is a difficult creature to answer. Can actually just play another Dancing Blade. But then I get to Bottled Lightning 2 of them. Actually, I don't think this play was that good, now that I think about it. Just plays another Dancing Blade, right, and passes. And he gets the double trigger. I guess in some ways, though, it does allow me... It does get these 2 down now, and I can deal with one of them at least. +1. Yeah. Actually, I played way too much into that. I do need to Bottle Lightning one of them, so we'll do this one. To deal the free damage to my opponent. I'll move this up, and I'm going to jump this back, because this could be a problem. We'll take the +1 as well. Then we'll pass. So we have pretty good defense. Our opponent is currently the defender. Even if my creatures are kind of all by me. I'm in a position where I have a lot of active defense with my creatures, and I can apply pressure. My plan now is to kill the Dancing Blade. Now, if I can kill the Dancing Blade, I'll be in a position where I could summon the Lava Surge. But I don't actually mind going for Axe Grinder next turn. Emerald Yak. Oh man, this sucks. This is actually really good. Because Dancing Blade now can line up with the Emerald, with the Baby Yak to finish off my Boar. Oh, it's gotten bulky as well with a taunt. Getting a lot of these guys. These guys are good, but they're not going to help me out too much right now. Ah, oh, he's going to kill this for free. I don't want that. So maybe I have to just wait. Maybe take a land here and get the Willow down. At least force the baby yak, the Emerald Yak in. And take Axe Grinder. I think Axe Grinder's fine. Start moving these guys up again. And we'll pass. So we want this to retain its 4 life so the Dancing Blade doesn't get much going. So now the Axe Grinder is 1 life ahead of the Dancing Blade's end of turn ability, which hopefully means my opponent needs to maybe run this Yak into one of these if he wants the Black Dancing Blade to get going. So I'm just trying to limit the effectiveness of the baby Yak in this situation. I'm not sure. The thing with Pandora is very hard to read what my opponent can do. My opponent's capable of anything at this point. In Constructed, you could be like, okay, I'm playing against deck X, which I know has this, and this. You know, what could come down from my opponent? Removal, a taunt. You know, you can you get a good idea of what decks run when you get to Constructed. But when it comes to Pandora, it's wild. You just have no idea. It's just could play anything at this point. Could play another desert and then play Istanu, or could play a lake and then play something else, an illusionist. Plays another mountain, you know? It's difficult. It is quite difficult to determine exactly what can be played here. So Recon Copter, you see another mountain come down? Into the fishy to summon another fish. It does clean it out. Okay. This card, my own card being used against me here. I guess I could hit this. Just gonna jump here. I think I need to cover this land, just so the sword can't jump into this position. I don't really want to take any more lands, but I do want to get this Neko going. Yeah, we'll pass. So Neko will become an 8/6. That's not bad. It's 4 Faeria as well, right? So a 4 Faeria 8/6, not bad. Just applying that pressure on the right-hand side. Just giving my opponent something else to think about. We have this cluster in the center. Just trying to kind of work around now, trying to navigate. What's next? Like I said, I don't know. Like usually, if I was playing Constructed, I'd be like, oh, maybe this will happen, or maybe this will happen. Now I'm just like, who knows? Anything could happen. Could be more. We could see. I don't think there's any more treasures left. I think all the treasures are done. I can get a Brute to block my Neko. And then just gonna kind of just use the Swordfish, I guess. Swordfish? Sorry, the sword. I was looking at the fish when I said that. That's not even a swordfish. That's just a normal fish. Alright. Alright. I want this to die. I can shamanic dance one of these now at least. What I'm thinking of doing is using this longhorn jack to finish off the copter. Move this up. Move this up. Move this up. Kill the fish with my battler. This is locked in then for the turn and just does 3 damage unless this comes along and finishes it off. Then I can play the lava surge. Maybe I wait for the lava surge actually. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on the lava surge. So this, yeah, let's kill this. Get this copter down. Kill these guys. Take a hit on this dude here. Let's just move away from this fish. And then let's just pass for now. Once we kill this sword, I feel like the game really opens up for us. I could go like double lava surge. I'll play one with shamanic dance and one without. And then I just have lethal. Like, this is lethal now. This guy is just lethal. Goes for the firebomb on the battler. I guess the fish is going to finish it off. Yeah, fish finishes this off. This stays here and gets the 3 damage in. Oh, okay. So a bit of a misstep from my opponent. Perhaps he should have firebombed this. I don't know. It doesn't quite work out because this is 6. Oh, yeah, actually it would have. Yeah, it could have firebombed this, move forward, hit down to 3, and then did the AoE and killed the battler. I would still be able to finish this off with the Beastmaster unless there's 1 damage from somewhere. So now my opponent might have to use an extra resource just to fix that mistake. Another firebomb. So you have to use 2 firebombs in that situation. Takes the pre-hit. So I finally killed the sword. Ah, and then I draw punishment? Are you serious? Ah, that's so sad. After all of this, I finally draw the punishment. Okay. Clear you. And then we'll clear you. I should have taken a draw first. Let's take a draw, actually. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll clear this out. I'll go for the Kingsguard here. Just lock this in to protect the Beastmaster. Then we take this guy. And then we'll taunt this up. Might even just take a Brigand behind the help out. So I have punishment plus Brigand to clear a potential taunter that comes down. I think a 12-7 might just seal the deal. I don't see how my opponent beats a lava surge from this point. Like it could deny the inevitable with like a taunt, but yeah, definitely couldn't see a way out there. So pretty good so far. That, you know, quite a slow, grindy game. You guys have seen enough of my videos recently to know that's how I've been playing. That's mainly because of this, the 4.6. We managed to get some good value. What did we miss out on during that match? We didn't see the Drake. Didn't see the Bone Collector. Didn't see the Wood Elemental. There was 1 Eridan, maybe 1 Beastmaster. Didn't see the Barracks. we didn't see the salamander. So there's a few things we didn't see during that game, but good game to you. That was a pretty grindy game for both of us, but well played. Let's get into another match. Alright guys, another match ahead of us. We have a turn 1 play. We can set up a collector. We could even get a yak going as well. I feel like we actually just throw the willow and just try and find something a bit more useful. Eridan, very good pickup for us actually. Getting this down early will always be beneficial because the sooner this dies, the more value we gain. And, you know, that will push our creatures up to the Beastmaster level that we desire. Let's take a mountain. And then we see if Exploring will follow us down here. And then I can go forest and then play Eridan in this position. Explore. Forest. No, desert? Oh, okay. Into Shieldmates. Pretty cool. Maybe a sack? No, it's on green, so it probably isn't a sack. And a Steam Forge! Oh my goodness. Steam Forge. The card of pure hype. Yeah, we're just going to get Eridan down. We want Eridan to trade with this. And then Eridan triggers, and then all of these cards get lots of stats. All the cards in our hand and all the cards in our deck. So this pushes this up to a 5/6 Ground Shaker stat range. 4/7, it's also very good. This becomes a 13/4, so it just dodges Flame Burst, dodges Wind Soldier. It's pretty good. Alright. I feel like we take a mountain in between these wells. And then we can just clear this. And all these cards get a nice power up. And then we're going to take the King's Guard in between the wells just to lock this into place to make sure it can't double collect. So you can see my opponent has a lot of Faeria thanks to that Shieldmate. Just accumulating a lot of resources through its life. And then we're going to lock it in. And we're going to try and maneuver our friend the Lost Explorer onto this desert. Oh, Last Nightmare. It's actually not too bad. It's an even trade-off in Faeria. Altar of Souls. Gonna sack. Well, summon one here at least. Altar of Souls definitely can accumulate a lot of value. I like it by here. This is actually a really good position. It makes it more difficult for me to move the Lost Explorer into a good position. Okay, Beastmaster picked up. She's in a kind of a bad spot, unfortunately. Really need to answer these cards, so I'm going to double neutral across in an effort of killing these structures very soon. And then we probably just back out, actually. And then set up this Beastmaster for next turn. So next turn, I'm hoping that I can play a mountain, like here or here. Oh no, I was going to trade with it. That's really sad. I was hoping this would get the power up. Get the mountain down and then summon this guy and have a 6/7 yak. No, maybe I should have killed this actually. Because now the aggro land comes down. Oh yeah, maybe I should have killed it. Not good. Surprised this wasn't a desert actually. But sure. What green monstrosity is going to come down here to make my life even worse? Tiki Piper, of all things. Interesting, okay. That's a lot of shards of Pandora. Wood Elemental picked up. Well, it's a little sad, but I kind of feel like I want to get this down Get a little bit of value out of it, at least. And then hopefully the yak can clear the way for and open up some plays for me. Pandora's opening very soon, so I'm not too bothered about controlling the wells at this point. I just need to control these structures. The structures are a bigger problem for me right now. Ultra Assault's very good in Pandora. Mainly because it's hard to deal with. It's not easy. Court Jester. Oh, and then this can move into a very devastating position now. We can taunt it. Oh no, we can't. We don't have the Faeria. So I need Pandora to open. I need Pandora to open in order to gain enough Faeria to kind of answer, I guess, some answers. Like Bottled Lightning would be very good. I don't see the point of that. I guess it plays around Cypher's Wrath. Alright, let's take the draw. Pandora? No Pandora. I don't think I can come back, guys. I feel this is probably just game. There's no way I can really deal with this apart from Salamander. Emerald Salamander's pretty much the only answer I have to it. My opponent can go aggro desert there and just play another guy. Oh, gonna get the spirit down. So yeah, this card just ruined me. Like, I just couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately. Ultra Soul's just accumulating just so much power, so much value. Life is just a resource at this point. We're gonna take a lot of damage next turn. See, I can't even play anything aggressive. Pandora does open. Bottled Lightning. Oh, we have to do it. Look at this. 1 life creatures, Bottled Lightning. Really sad. And then we'll take... I guess we take the Brigand in hopes that it can defend for me. I guess that last Nightmare did a lot more damage than I expected it to. If I still had that Kingsguard, I would have been able to kind of march up and cause some problems, but yeah, the last Nightmare was pretty devastating. Oh, that's going to be an Equinox. Okay, just throw a Wild Blade there. So that's just going to be it for this one. No way I'm coming back from that situation. So 1 apiece. That was a very quick game in comparison to the last one. And we're already almost dead. We've got 1 more life remaining. Pandora is far more brutal than it used to be. When you had... it was 9 wins, 3 lives. Now it's 6 wins, 2 lives. So yeah, hopefully I can win the next game, because if I don't, this run is coming to an end. So let's move on to our next match. Alright guys, this is it. Nearly the end of the road for us. Of the 1 loss. The brutality of Pandora. And it's going to be a Detective Krog, or Men in Black Krog, or Bouncer Krog. Whichever profession Krog decides to take with shades and a suit on, versus the King Krog. So we have a Krog mirror match ahead of us. What are we going to see from our opponent? We have a pretty good start. You know, we have Lost Explorers start collecting Faeria. We can then go for a Drake Rider. So I might actually play from here instead, just to give a good path for Drake Rider. So I can go explore like Forest into Lost Explorer, Forest here, move into Drake Rider in this position, and then it can start collecting off this side. It's going to be a Lionfish. The new sturdy shell of the world. Yep, let me just get the Lost Explorer down. So we're changing our land development based on the rider more than anything. Into a saggy. Oh. Oh, no. Saggy, why? Okay. Well, Drake Rider gets a Soaker hit up for a turn at least. Takes a shot. What's next? Double neutral to the right. And then get a Longhorn Yak down. So just trying to fend off the Imperial Drake Rider. Which makes a lot of sense. Get a mountain. Collect. Probably move this up to start causing trouble for this card. It could actually take a good clear. Maybe I wait for the Axe Grinder actually, or I get the Axe Grinder down now. And forget about taking that extra attack. That's actually okay, I think. We just want to apply pressure. I want to force the Lionfish back to this area, and then maybe I land here in anticipation of finishing this off next turn. We're in Soul Drain range. We're not quite in Spirit Theft range. We still need another land. Might see a Wind Soldier come down, which is fine. Like, my opponent has it. My opponent has it. Prayer? Nope. Wind Soldier. That was off the top as well. So there could be another Wind Soldier in hand. That's one prediction I can make, I guess. Grappling Hook and Corrupt work very well together. These two work very well together because you get to move on to your opponent's land, you know, and get that Corrupt trigger. Okay. Perhaps we just take that mountain and go for the Warlord at this point. Just as a way to apply pressure. I really need to pressure the Saggy because Saggy can generate Faeria when Pandora is open. And maybe only be one Faeria from the Saggy itself, but if other creatures get down near me and start hitting me, the Sagittarius can generate a lot of resources, so I do need to respect it. I do need to get it killed as quickly as possible. Oh man, that's really sad. Oh, that's really sad as well. Maximum sadness. Now, my only hope going forward is this Longhorn Jack moves back up onto this tile, and then I can Grappling Hook and trigger the Corruption. Nope, it's going to move down. Feels bad, guys. Okay. Come on, Beastmaster. Show me what you've got. Your job is not to power up my friends anymore. Your job is to kill the archer. Let's see if we can do it. 10 Faeria for my opponent. Wind Soldier. So there was another Wind Soldier. I did predict correctly. Oh, that's fine. They trade. Unless there's a mobility trick. Of course there's a mobility trick. Of course there's a mobility trick. Why wouldn't there be? Oh dear. Okay. So we do get something done at least. I get, again, a good amount of Faeria from that play. Then we can get the Longhorn Yak down. So collecting off 2 wells, our opponent's only collecting off 1 at the moment. And the Sagittarius needs to move back into position, but I plan to Wood Elemental to keep it in check. Demon Wing. That's fine. Another shard. We have some Faeria to work with now. I will take a draw. Just in case we did trigger the Pandora. I could have plus one to the Kingsguard. That might have been a little bit better, but I don't mind so much here. Willow's okay. Wood Elemental actually kills them both. And it develops that forest for me, which sets up Neko on the next turn. Then my opponent can take a draw. It does take the hit. I have Willow now to finish this off, or I can just play Neko. Into Kaleem. Right, we will collect first. Yeah, we'll collect first and then we'll take the draw in hopes of Pandora opening. Pandora did not open. Feels bad. We're going to play these two guys down, so when this dies, I get a power up on the Bone Collector. And then Pandora awakens! Come on! That's all I wanted in my life. Just a bit of extra Faeria. Bottle Lightning's pretty good, actually. We should be okay. I can just Bottle Lightning Kaleem now. Yep, follower. Look, all this Faeria. It's just ridiculous. What can one do? Oh, then sacks the Saggy. The BM. It's not BM, but it feels bad. I want him to sack the Saggy. Oh, no. Oh, we cancelled it. Okay, so we are in a fine position. Absolutely fine, because now we can just Bottled Lightning this. Clear this out. I'll take the finish there. And then we can start pushing. I'll go for +1. I don't really need much else. My opponent has 14 Faeria. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh, and another treasure found. We have the Dancing Blade. Not really going to help much. This gets attack from the Yak. The Longhorn Jack triggers an attack buff on this, which is pretty good. We're just going to chip away very slowly. Just beating Bounce-a-Crog up with two little weenie creatures. Rely on my taunts now to keep me in the game. Oh. That's not very nice. Eridan, a little late to the party. Takes a hit for prayer? Oh, I was going to sack it. Okay. This is problematic. Yeah, this is a problem. I want to get this down, but I also want to get Taunt down. I can't have both. I guess I just have to do this, which I'm not too keen on really doing, but I don't have much choice, unfortunately. It's kind of bad, but sure. Ah, that Sagittarius just ruined me. Like, Sagittarius is such a strong card. Especially in Pandora as well. It's not only good and constructive in Pandora, it's just so difficult to clear without, like, good removal in the deck. I'm not optimistic about winning this. This might be the end of my first run in Journey to Pandora, but I don't know. It depends what my opponent has to play with 12 Faeria. A Wind Soldier. Sack it. For a Wrangler. My opponent drafted a very good deck. A lot better than mine. Another treasure. Now, wouldn't Earth Fire Shaker be the one right now? Be the dream. If this was Earth Fire Shaker, I would probably win. But I went for the synergy. I went for the Beastmaster synergy, and look where it got me. In a bad spot. I can still survive? Survival is still an option. If I punch for, let's math this. If I punch for free, take him down to 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm one off lethal. Oh, one off lethal. All right, so let's play this as a defender, and then they're just gonna continue beating away. My opponent gets to deal 4 damage to me this turn. Ah, there we go, and that's just gonna be it. So my first journey back into Pandora is a very rocky one. I did not do well at all. Perhaps it was a bad deck followed by a bad player. But yeah, that is it. That is how Pandora rocks these days. Get some eyes. I get a refund of what I paid for my 1 win. And there we have it. So that does conclude this episode of Journey into Pandora. I will return to Pandora next time. See if we can do a little bit better. But thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little draft. It wasn't very successful. But, you know, like I said, I haven't drafted in a while, so I need to get back into the swing of things. And I think I do quite like that Pandora's been shortened now. It's like a 6-2. It's much easier for me to tie it into like 1 or 2 videos. And it's not like a huge time commitment. So I'm happy with the changes Pandora's had in terms of its structure. But yeah, looking pretty good. I'm excited to get into our next journey. So that concludes my first journey into Pandora. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. If you'd like to see some constructed gameplay, like ladder play and stuff, be sure to check out Become a God. I've been focusing a lot on Become a God over the last couple of months, mainly because of all the changes, like balance patches, and you know, we had new cards. There's a lot of things to try out to see where like new decks and archetypes lie in wake of a new expansion. So until next time, guys, take care, and I hope you enjoyed my first return to Pandora.